Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Deceptive, and yeah, how can I put this? Sorry that I didn't upload a video tomorrow? Yesterday. Sorry. Bring me. Um, I had a few things going on that I can't discuss in this video, but I can at a later date. Uh, namely, I ended up wearing one of these little hospital bands. Yay. Um, some of you may or may not know I am suffering from seizures, epilepsy, something along that lines. I, for some reason, I don't know why, I just am. Warm your coffee time without a coffee. And so, my birthday's coming up. I'm going to sneeze. Oh. Good. With my birthday coming up, I am planning on streaming um, for my birthday, but I will be going to see my mum after. Namely, uh, my nan's birthday was the 16th of March. Yeah. I'm the 17th of March. My mum is the it's gone. No, sorry, correction. I'm 17th of March. My nan is the 18th of March. My mum is the 19th of March. So for those 3 days in March, my whole family is celebrating birthdays. And so, unfortunately, I'm on a fixed income, and my income doesn't come in until the 20th. So I'm going to be missing, paying respects to my grandmother who passed, my birthday, and my mum's birthday. But I'm going up there anyway to go see my mum, give her some flowers, wish her happy birthday, happy belated birthday, things of that nature. I've also got some other things I've got to do up there, up in Cambridge. Namely, I've got to hand off a spare set of keys to my ex-girlfriend because she gave me a set of keys to her place, and shortly after that we broke up. I think it's like a weird thing with me. Anyway, so what is in this bag? This is not a Harry's razor shaving kit or anything. No, 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 no. In here's a drone. Yeah, a drone. Um, Namely, I was on eBay looking for Magic the Gathering cards, hence the whole cracking packs videos I've been doing. And I've been wanting to do something more to get me out of the house and bring more content to the channel, things of that nature. And I've been either thinking about getting back into RC drift cars, which unfortunately is not really that much of a big scene here in the UK. There is tons of like big rigs and things of that nature. My cousin John, he has got multiple, and I mean these are huge scale 18 wheelers, full functional 18 wheelers, or big rigs, lorries, whatever you want to call them, 18 wheelers. And I asked him, is there much of a drift car scene around that area where he lives? I'll even travel for this, you know. And he said, no, not much. We're mostly just into our big rigs and drones and planes and stuff. I was like, I could do planes. I could do drones. And so I found this little bugger on Amazon. No, not Amazon. Sorry, it was on eBay. I found it on eBay, and it was like £12 free shipping from Canada, not China, Canada. So I was like, meh, give it a shot. So I got it, and you'd think, okay, this is its face, there's its eyes, and that's apparently a 4K camera. So I don't know yet because I haven't managed to get the thing to fire up, but you just swivel out the arms like so, like so. Now, because this drone here in the UK, the way they regulate drones is through weight. Okay, because this drone weighs under 250 grams, I don't have to register this drone with any governmental agency. Now, I was thinking about, cutting my teeth on this drone and understanding my bearings and figuring out the majority of how drones work, and then looking at getting a carbon fiber body and some bigger motors, bigger battery, and just upgrading this slowly to a bigger drone. And then eventually, maybe, see if I can't hook up a Raspberry Pi to it, make my own little black box, you know, kind of thing. Just an idea. Just an idea. And this is the controller. Now, the controller feels really flimsy. I mean, these are supposed to be thumbsticks, but there's nothing to them unless you physically move it up, and then you can hear the click. So, you know. So that tells me that there's not actual hat. Not, is it hat sensors? Hat sensors. The big one with the H. So there's not actual hall sensors. That's one. There's no hall sensors in those. And there's shoulder buttons here that the instructions don't tell you what it does. And what got me baffled was it wants you to use a QR code to download an app so you can use your phone or you can use the controller. But it also has a thing where you can embed your phone into the controller. So I've got no fingernails. Where you can embed your phone. Yeah. I really do wish I could figure out where I put one of my other phones. I knew I swear I left them up there. Oh, I see them, but they're out of reach. Alright, I'll just use this one. And so you take your phone and you add it in like so. And you've got your camera to look down. So you've got this, the upper part to actual fly the drone, and then the camera on the drone is broadcast to your phone. And how they do it is a relay system, which means the drone talks to the remote and the remote talks to your phone. Okay, so it does like the thing. This has like a 200-meter radius. This has got a lot of range to it, but it only has like 15-minute flight time, which kind of sucks because the battery's kind of meh. So, but it's perfect for cutting your teeth on, and for £12, I'm not gonna grumble. This isn't a review of the product yet. I haven't got like I said, I've ordered some rechargeable 1200 milliamp AA batteries that I do need for this. I also need it for another project I'm doing that reads your EM brainwaves and converts it into binary code. Basically, it's like scanning your brain, mapping your brain sensors and stuff. It's something I've been wanting to do since I saw it on a different YouTube channel, and I was like, I want to do that. I don't know why my nose is running. Oh wait, I do. There's fucking snow on the ground. Yeah. Anyway, so long story short, I won't know how the drone flies or anything until I get the rechargeable batteries. It should be here, they said, according to my Amazon tracking order. They're saying it should be here either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Probably tomorrow morning with the way the weather's being right now. So, is what it is, guys. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. It is what it is. And so yeah, we've got some buttons that aren't listed on the instructions. So apparently you can use either your phone, or you can use the upper remote. I will be getting a much better drone controller. This is just, like I said, this is just to cut my teeth and to see if drones are for me. If they're not for me, I can easily go back to flying helicopters and planes, which is what I used to do when I lived in Utah. I had a really nice little collection of two-stroke petrol. Good morning.
Today is Tuesday, the 4th of March. The time is 7:10 a.m. Currently, it's -1 degree with clear skies. Today, you can expect clear skies, with high humidity later this morning.
Awesome.
Today's high will be 12 degrees, and the low was -2.
Nice. So it's going to melt the snow. Yay. It's just going to be slippery and sliding everywhere. So, long story short, I genuinely, I'm actually excited for this because I've got some projects I want to do in my head. I'm thinking, how can I incorporate this into some other things I've got going on that I want to try and do? And so far, you got to understand the drone's made of plastic, really poorly injected molded plastic. It does come with blade guards. The blade guards are in the pouch, so you can protect your blades. And apparently, it does come with spare blades, but mine didn't. Wait, did it? Tell a lie. It did. It came with some spare blades and even the screwdriver to do the repair jobs if you break a blade. So that is kind of cool. I do like that. And like I said, this came yesterday night, but like I said, I was busy in the hospital. So when I came home, I had this, and it's the E99 Dual 4K. You can find it on eBay for like £12, free shipping from Canada. So you can't grumble. I mean, if need be, push comes to shove, I've got myself a really nice little travel case for my shaver, for my razors, for whatever. You know, the carry bag alone is probably worth the 12 quid. Just saying. The fact that it has a nice little drone with some nice little motors and stuff, and a few other things, I mean, I'm not going to grumble. I really ain't. But it does come with the typical Chinglish manual, so I would have run that through a translator app that I've got on my phone that I can wave my camera over different non-English text and it will translate it live, real time. And it even has a thing where you can pay where it'll even say it out loud as to what it is that you're looking at, which is kind of cool. I do like that. Also, I'm incorporating a lot of AI stuff now into my work. As you guys know, I do cybersecurity pen testing, and I'm coming up with my own localized large language machine model, or LLM, and I've named it Yuki. Yes, I've done the Tony Stark thing and started naming my AIs. We've got Bjorn, which is what I use for network mapping. Yes, it is a GitHub repository that you can find, but I've added some plugins and stuff that I've coded, and a few other things. And then I've also got my Ponagotchi, again, with some custom plugins that I programmed ages ago. And like I said, I'm not the best at Python, far from it, but I know enough to get me into trouble. And so I've been using what I've learned. And so I've got my Bjorn, I've got my Ponagotchi, and I even have them in Docker stations now, running in little virtual environments in Docker stations. So I could fire up my my virtualized desktop solutions, or even just grab them straight and just load them into my Kali Linux laptop. And so I've got Kali Linux doing its thing with its own tools. I've got my modified Bjorn doing its thing. I've got my modified Ponagotchi doing its thing. I nmap ports and I do a whole bunch of other stuff, system scans, detectors, find out what ports are unlocked, what ports are, has the firmware on the router been patched? Yes, no, you name it. And I absolutely love my job. I do remote pen testing, and it's amazing. I hack websites. I sometimes, yes, I will go on to location where I dress up as, I've got a hard hat, I've got a high vis, I've got some whole stuff. I've got stuff that are from agencies that don't even exist anymore. And security guards just see a high vis with an agency name on it, and they just go, whatever. And I just walk right past their securities. I do what I need to do. I do like the whole here in England we have a long time ago there was a chocolate company called the Milk Tray Man, in which he was basically James Bond, but you never knew what he looked like. He was always in black, and think Sterling Archer from Archer, but you didn't get to see his face. And he always used to leave a calling card, after he'd done something like really stupidly James Bond. And that's what I do. I go into buildings, I go into facilities, I go into cyber cafes, I go into regular coffee shops. We've got a local coffee shop called Black Sheep Coffee or Black Ram Coffee or something like that. My nose just will not stop draining. And so their IT department's an absolute fucking joke. Same as the local bus company, the local public transport company here. And so I will grey hat hack them. I won't hack them to do anything malicious. I will just leave a little business calling card saying, this is my company, Wolf Solutions, da 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 da, and I will leave my relevant information, my LinkedIn, things of that nature, and contact me. They contact me. I give them back their network, everything else. Nothing's malicious. I still leave their stuff up. I still leave their tills running. I still leave their Wi-Fi running. Like I said, I don't do anything malicious. So by law, they can't charge me with anything. Okay, it's a grey area. They can't charge me with anything because their business has not been affected. But when their IT department goes in and sees, what the fuck is this? They look at it, they contact me, I tell them how I did it, I tell them how to fix it for a fee. I don't do a ransom thing where I'm holding an entire like NHS network. That's not what I do. It's what I started doing. Because it's a grey area. It's not illegal, but it's not legal either. Okay? I stopped doing that because I started drumming up a lot of business. I just stopped doing it. Now I just buy and sell used electronics on Facebook Marketplace. That's what I call it, Facebook Marketplace. I will buy phones. I will buy laptops. I don't do anything Apple product. God damn it. I don't do anything Apple product, so anything Apple I don't touch because it's too easy to steal. It's too easy to lock down. It's a pain in the ass. Oh, God, Himmel! It's like freaking sneeze solutions 24/7. Jesus. Oh, I have no idea what set my. I think it's like my allergies or something, but I have no idea what set it off. There's nothing I'm normally allergic to. Oh. I have that towel up here, not because what you think, perverted people. I have that towel up here because I spilled a coffee the other day, and that's one of my hand towels from my bathroom. I brought it up here to clean up the mess. But yeah, so got a little drone. Gonna try and incorporate it. Maybe have it fly around, and do some stunts, do some tricks. See if there's any little hop up parts you can get for it. Maybe some bigger battery, better power distribution. I will be taking it apart during the review process of it. So once I get the batteries for it and I take it on a few flights and whatnot, get it to land. I will take it. I will blow it apart and do a complete review, guts and all, everything, and then look at what I would do as a regular purchaser on how I would do some small upgrades to it. Would I buy different motors? Obviously, when you change the motors, you're gonna have to change the ESC. When you change the ESC, you're gonna have to change the battery. When you change the battery, there's tons of things you're gonna have to do. It's a domino effect. In order to get one bit of performance, you have to follow these other little steps. Same as when you're upgrading a computer, you have to follow the rest of the steps. Talking of computer upgrades, actually, the 5600 X3D, is it 5700? 5700 X3D is doing amazing. I've just got a slight problem in frame rates dipping when I'm multitasking. Namely, I will be in World of Tanks or War Thunder or whatever, and I've got a YouTube video going. The YouTube video will start to slow down, like really. It just video slowing down. The audio's fine, and then eventually the video catches up. I have no idea what that is. So couldn't freaking tell you. I'm not sure if it's a refresh rate issue, but both monitors are linear, and I've got a Asus 240 something gigahertz bloody gaming curve monitor up top there that I'm eventually going to put over on. I've got to change. 1 second, I've got to change all these curtains. The horrible throaty fire god in the sky is upsetting me. Will this one be good enough? No, that won't be good enough. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, come on, rawr. There we go. I wasn't sure if the net curtain would be enough, good enough or not. Not. So, yes, it's a domino effect, and so I'm not sure what's going on right now. I've even broke out my HDMI USB capture card, got the splitter going on, and running it off to the 2700X. And was going to start setting that up to be the encoder machine, going back to 2 PCs, so the whole 60 FPS, 1080p, 60 FPS kind of deal. But I'm having a bit of issues, namely, if I do that, I can't use this microphone. I've got to use the other microphone, and that's on the opposite side over there. And I've got to use whatever webcam's plugged into that PC, not this PC. And this one's got the Logitech, the C930 Logitech, which is like the best webcam I've ever had. In fact, that webcam came with me from all the way from the US. No joke. That webcam, this microphone, my hard drives, and a few other little bits of tech, I brought with me. I grabbed them and coming home with me because I knew I was just not going to get them here in England. You're just not. Not for a good price anyway. No, tell a lie. I left the microphone with the ex-girlfriend. This one I bought used a used electronics place in Boston, Lincolnshire. So yeah, there's that. But I've got a debate on where I want to put the second rig. Do I want to put it down here, under here? Because that rig is also running my paint station with my webcams and stuff on my paint station. So I might end up having to take them down off of my paint station, with the exception of like the overhead lights, because I need those for painting miniatures. But this camera over here, again, as you can see, is one webcam. I've got another one over there, so you can get a dual shot of what I'm painting. This one was supposed to be an overhead camera, so you can actually see the whole bench and the wet palette and everything else, so you can get a good feeling as to how I've got everything set up, kind of thing. I don't know why I was doing it that way. I just did. Yeah. So bleep a comment down below for me, if you will. Do you want me to switch back to, if I can figure out what the frame rate issue is, I don't think I'll be able to. I don't think I'll need the second PC. But because I can't play, stream, and watch the stream right now, because either the game slows down, or the stream slows down, or the webpage slows down because this frame rate issue, and I have no idea what's causing it. Graphics card drivers are up to date, motherboard drivers are up to date. I'm not even kidding you. Everything I've got is up to date, and I have no idea why it's causing this. None. And it's driving me up the wall, and I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. I need to figure it out. I need to. Oh, speaking of, found my GoPros. So I've got this little Hero 4K to GoPro knockoff. And I found my extra spare battery. I just got to find the charger for them. And then I'm going to take the hard mount that I've got for it which is here, and I'll be able to hard mount it to my mountain bike and get some recording of me doing some nice mountain biking things like that. Just alternate stuff I want to put on the channel for you guys to watch and realize that, you know, I don't just sit in this chair. I actually go out and do stuff. I'm starting to go to the gym now. You may notice I've lost a bit of weight. It's not Ozempic. It is not Ozempic. My doctor did want me to go on it, but because it's not covered by the NHS, I said no. Again, fixed income. I can't afford that. So yeah. So I've got some models I need to paint. I've got this Laneshi Demonette princess. I'm going to be painting her up. I actually have to repair her. I'm missing a skull on her kneecap. And so yeah, and and I'm missing a skull on her hair. Oh boo. That's fine. So I can fix that, paint her up. I'm still working on some other models and stuff too. So I've got tons of stuff to do, guys. Models wise, work wise. This is why my streams are very few and far between. It's not like I'm purposely doing something, you know, to spite you guys. It's not it. It's just I have to work to pay my bills. Is what it is. Oh, talking of, drum roll. I am now officially part of the Heroes and Generals, classic Heroes and Generals, not this newer failed Kickstart launch, the classic Heroes and Generals, Discord, beta team, things of that nature. And so we're working. We've got paratroopers working. We've got planes working. We've got tanks working. We're even looking at incorporating and making new maps and adding new weapons and making an actual tech tree make sense. So yeah, we're going to be removing the cash drop completely. We're also going to be doing it so when you start off as a tanker, you actually start off with a wrench. You don't have to like go into like 100 battles without a fucking spanner. You know, stuff like that. Stuff that we were arguing with Reto to do, but they never implemented it. We're also going to be adding in things like static defense emplacements, so static anti-tank guns, static MG guns, as well as just... And I have already asked him, is it possible to up the damage of AA guns to planes? None of this, oh, I've just unloaded 50,000 rounds into a freaking C-30 and it's still flying. It's like, how? Yeah, so we're working on that. I'm not part of the coding team or anything like that. I'm just a tester. They say log in, test this. I log in, I test it. I can't take screenshots. I can't take any video or anything like that. The coder who's doing it all, he does have a Twitch channel. And if you ask me nicely, I will link it in the Discord, so you guys can hop into my Discord and go watch his Twitch, and show him some love, show him some support, ask him some questions. He's Italian, but he does speak English, so that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. So my coffee's almost done, by the way. Oh, that was a good gulp. I'm even out of all my fancy coffee. I am working on a new mono black discard deck just for the lols. Because I just want to, and why the fuck not? So I've got that to do. What else? Miniatures to paint, miniatures to ship. Which comes health-wise, updated, drone, updated. I really don't know. Oh, my Lilianas. Some of you may or may not watch the Cracking Packs episodes. If you don't, shame on you. You should. They're awesome. Some of you may not know. I have a bit of a crush on a planeswalker in Magic the Gathering called Liliana. And I am slowly but surely, but don't call me Shirley, collecting every single Liliana planeswalker that there is. I don't care about foilies. I don't care about, pre-release variants. I just care about the fact that I've got one of Liliana, Walker of the Dead, Liliana, the Last Hope, Liliana, Untouched by Death, Liliana, Death's Majesty, Liliana, Defiant Necromancer, Liliana, Dreadhorde General, Liliana, Death Welder, Liliana, Death Mage, etc., etc. I have every single one. It's the same as Phage, okay? I have Phage. I love the whole Phage saga, because it was part of the Saga Legions Champions set. See? That's Phage. I have Phage. I even have Corona, the false god, which is what she ends up becoming. I've got the Avatar of Woe, who tricks her into doing it. It's part of the whole story arc. The only thing I don't have, I've even got Kamal. I just need Jessica, because that's who Phage is. Jessica dies, Kamal kills her by mistake in his rage, ends up finding inner peace, becomes Kamal Green. I've got a Kamal Red, a Kamal Green. I just need a Jessica. And then I've got all the evolution of Jessica into Phage. There you go, Kamal Red. Kamal Red, Kamal Green. That's actually from original Onslaughts. So I'm actually proud of that in my collection. Some cards I've got in here, people look at and it's like, that's a common. Why is it in now? I just like the artwork. Believe it or not, there's a whole section in the back here. Yeah, I just like the art. I don't care. I don't care if the card's good or not. I just like the art. I just like the artist. I just like, here you go. Fel Spectre. Okay, he's a 1/3 for 4. Creature, Spectre, flying. When Fel Spectre enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. Whenever an opponent discards a card, that player loses 2 life. Okay, great. But it's still a 1/3 for 4. Stats-wise, it's not on meta. It's not on point. Why would anyone play it? I don't care. I've got Spectre of the Fens. Again, he's a 2/3 for 4. Flyer. With pay 6, target opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. For 6? I would get 6 life if I paid Twisted Fate. So, again, I just like the artwork. So he's in my collection. What else? Reaper of the Night. This bastard costs 7 and he's a 4/5. When Reaper of the Night attacks, if defending player has 2 or fewer cards in hand, it gains flying until the end of the turn. Jank much? But you know what? Again, I don't care. I like the art. Wanderer in Death is a sorcerer card. It's useless, but you know what? I don't care. I like the art. It's the art on the card that has attracted me. There you go. Dusk Charger. A 3/3 for 4 with Ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get a City's Blessing for the rest of the game. Dusk Charger gets +2/+2 as long as you have the City's Blessing. Again, so it becomes a 5/5 for 4, but you have to have like 10 or more permanents on the field. So it's a late game card. You know what I mean? So not worth it. Dredge Rider. Again, Thirsting Shade. There's so many cards I've got back here in this section. Like I've got Original Duresses, Gifted of the Etherborn, Wither Crown, Doomblade, Gelatinous Cube. I don't care that they're shit cards. I don't care. You want to know why? It's the art. It's the art on the card that I like. And if I can make a jank synergy with them, like Corpse Augur, okay? He's a 4/2 for 4. Creature, zombie wizard. When Corpse Augur dies, you draw X cards. You lose X life, where X is the number of creature cards in a target player's graveyard. Jank. But you know what? Serious. There's synergy there. You know? Gravedigger, Rotten-Hearted Ghoul, Festering Mummy, Mycemic Mummy. There's tons of really cool jank cards that work well. A Shamble Back is costs 1. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. Put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield and I gain 2 life. So I can use Shambling Horde to get rid of a creature card from your graveyard. I get a zombie token and I gain 2 life. See? Uragos, the empty one. There you go. He costs freaking 6 for a 4/3 flyer, legendary creature, so you can only have one of him on the battlefield, yeah? Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card at random. If that player can't, I draw a card. That's a lot for a card draw for black. There's cheaper ways for card draw on black, you know? But I don't care. Why? I like the art. I've got enough Spectres here to make a janky Spectre deck. And I might even do that one day. I might. I don't care. I've got the Hand of Vecna, the Eye of Vecna, but I don't have the Vecna proxy. That's what I'm looking for. I don't have the Vecna proxy. So, there you go. Oh, ironically, there you go. Eye of Vecna, Hand of Vecna. Why? Because I wanted to do a Vecna deck build. I want to do Vecna and where is he? Vecna. Let's see, other D&D Lich. Azarak, the Archfiend. So Vecna is the 8/8 indestructible. You know, whenever your creatures do damage, draw a card. Whenever you draw a card, you do 2 damage to target creature. God, basically. And Azarak the Archlich is just sitting there going, okay, whenever, attacks or each opponent create attacks for each opponent, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token unless that player sacrifices a creature. So, and he's a 5/5 for 3. Yeah, granted, you've got to keep playing him repeatedly to go through the labyrinth, but when you get to the bottom of it, ta-da! And for 3, there's plenty ways that you can get a zombie to cost less than 3. So there's many ways you can play that. I want to do a Millstone, Grindstone discard deck. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. There's tons of things I want to do. Because I enjoyed doing them when I lived in the States. And then, yeah, it was janky. It pissed a lot of people off. I don't fucking care. Because I'm there to have fun. And I'm sorry, I play with my cards. I don't just, ooh, this card's worth X amount of money. I don't care. I have an Abaddon the Despoiler in there. Do you have any idea how much Abaddon the Despoiler's worth? Because he was a limited run. They only made like 10,000 decks. I think it was like 10,000. It was like 10,000. And for a Magic the Gathering run, it was extremely limited. Well, I've got 4 Great Unclaimed ones. I've got 4 Lucaris the Eternals. I've got 4 of every legendary character, except for I've only got 1 Abaddon the Despoiler. Because I can't afford to get the rest of the other 3 Abaddon the Despoilers. But it's not going to stop me from making a Chaos-themed Abaddon the Despoiler deck and maybe throwing in some of the legendary Elder Dragons. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But anyway, guys, this coffee's done. This video's gone way too long. Yeah. Coffee's done. Video's done. So, guys, ciao.